Hey everyone, today on People Now, a park ranger pushed into a lake while urging a crowd to follow social distancing guidelines. We'll tell you what happened next.
Happy baby news. Elon Musk welcomes his new baby boy. And Anderson Cooper opens up about his first weekend with his new son.
Plus,
it's just me and the camera guy went in there.
Alesso and Liam Payne give us all the details about shooting their latest music video from two separate cities.
Also today,
what could a Jewish mother do?
Former Real Housewife of New York star Zarin tells us how she's doing her part to help people on the front lines fighting coronavirus.
Dancing that we would do in between shoots.
The hilarious Tiffany Haddish dishes on what she misses most about being alongside Tracy Morgan on the set of their TBS show, The Last OG.
All that and more today on People Now. Let's go.
Hey everyone, welcome to People Now. Great to see you today. I'm Jeremy Parsons here in New York. Hey Andrea.
Hey, I'm Andrea Boehlke here in Wisconsin. Hanging out. Same old, same old.
It's another day.
Great show today though. Lot to get to. Here's what you need to know and what's trending today.
A park ranger in Texas was pushed into a lake while trying to urge crowds to follow social distancing protocols. Take a look at this.
Disperse yourself so you're not engaging in that 6 feet of distance with each other.
We'll do in about a few.
I got you, man. Got
Bet.
you. So, we can
The ranger was speaking to a group of park goers who appeared to not be keeping 6 feet apart at Common Sport Park at Lake Austin on Thursday. Police say the ranger was also trying to stop the crowd from smoking and drinking on park property.
According to an arrest affidavit obtained by KXAN, authorities arrested 25-year-old Brandon James Hicks on a charge of attempted assault on a public servant. In the affidavit, police call Brandon's actions intentional and reckless, and they say he could have caused the ranger to strike his head on the dock as he was falling and render himself unconscious in at least 3 feet of water where he could have drowned to death.
The Travis County Sheriff's Office did not immediately respond to people's request for comment. A representative for Hicks tells CNN that Hicks is embarrassed about his actions and has the utmost respect for law enforcement.
In a statement to ABC News, the Austin Parks and Recreation Department requested that the public treat rangers with the same respect they wish to be shown to themselves. And they added, quote, "Public support is essential for Austin to meet the challenges of this pandemic." According to CNN, Hicks is due in court on June 19th.
Elon Musk shared the first photos of his newborn son on Tuesday, just hours after his girlfriend Grimes gave birth. He posted the photos to Twitter after fans asked to see the newest addition to his family. One snap shows the baby wrapped in a blanket with a hilarious filter featuring some face tattoos. The other photo shows Elon gently cradling his baby boy.
Yeah, Elon revealed the happy news on Monday in a tweet that reads simply, "Mom and baby all good." And when asked by a fan to reveal the baby's name, he responded with this, X@A12Musk. Pretty interesting. Lots of theories going on around what that could mean. People are speculating that it's inspired by an aircraft. Is it real? We'll find out.
This is the first child for Grimes, while Elon has 5 sons from a previous marriage. Grimes confirmed she was expecting back in January, posting on Instagram weeks after initially sparking pregnancy rumors. And in March, she told Rolling Stone that Elon Musk was the father. Always love to hear baby news, especially right now. Very happy for them.
And in more baby news, Anderson Cooper can't get enough of his new baby boy. As Anderson passed the baton to Chris Cuomo in between their CNN shows on Monday, Chris took the opportunity to ask Anderson about life as a new dad, specifically how his first weekend went with his son Wyatt. Anderson beamed, saying that it was great, adding that he spent the whole weekend just looking at him and burping him and feeding him. I remember my first weekend at home with our first little girl, and the reality starts setting in. It's adorable, but it's also like, oh, this is relentless, and you never sleep, so it's wild for sure.
I imagine. Well, back on Friday, Anderson appeared on Live with Kelly and Ryan, where he revealed he was able to tell his mother, Gloria Vanderbilt, about his plans to have a child before she passed away last summer. He also spent some time on the show gushing over baby Wyatt. Let's watch some of it.
I just stare at him and like hours will go by and I realize I've just been sitting there holding him. And after a baby's born, they do this thing skin to skin where you hold the baby on your chest. And like, I still do that all the time. There's nothing better.
Anderson and Wyatt, who was born via surrogate on April 27th, have a lot of support from their friends, like Bravo's Andy Cohen. On Monday's episode of his Sirius XM show, Andy revealed that his son Benjamin's childcare provider had recently left to help out Anderson.
Andy told listeners that he'd been talking about his nanny leaving to go help out a friend on the show. And apparently, the moment Anderson announced his baby news, Andy's fans put 2 and 2 together and slid into his DMs for confirmation. So he set the record straight on air, saying, quote, "The answer is yes. That is where my nanny went." So there you have it. Cleared it up.
All right, in today's Stories to Make You Smile, Kerry Washington and her father Earl are spreading some laughter in the form of dad jokes.
Kerry was joined by her father in a video posted on her Instagram Monday as part of a new series they're doing. It's called Dad Jokes. She captioned the video saying that she and her father wanted to spread love and joy in these crazy times. But before they did so, they wanted to call in joke expert and Beyonce Knowles' mom, Tina Knowles, who's the creator of Corny Joke Time.
So Tina gave her blessing to the father-daughter duo to launch the series and even shared a joke of her own. Watch this.
What did one eye say to the other? Between us, something smells.
Oh. That is so terribly delightful.
Earl also took the opportunity to share a few dad jokes of his own. Listen to this.
When does a joke become a dad joke? When it's apparent. Oh, I love that. When it's apparent. Oh, that is so bad. It's wonderful.
Kerry and Earl ended the video saying they had to do more research so they could record some more dad jokes later. I love it. Jeremy, you're a dad. Do you have a joke to go to?
First of all, I think most of my dad jokes are situational. Our producer Shaq and I were talking about this. It's almost like it just kind of happens. You don't know it. But I also think there's a weird overlap between bad like kid jokes and then dad jokes. Like the first thing that came to mind was, what are you doing if you're using the bathroom in France? European.
Oh, wow. Well, for more of that brilliance, stay tuned for Jeremy's segment of dad jokes on People Now.
All right, stay with us. Carla Hall is helping us find our inner chefs as we cook and bake our way through self-isolation. Plus, we are loving Alesso and Liam Payne's new collab. It's called Midnight. We'll catch up with them and get the scoop on how our new favorite song got made. Stick around for that.
Former Real Housewife of New York City star Jill Zarin is doing her part to help people on the front lines of the coronavirus outbreak. She and her daughter, Ali Shapiro, launched a program called Nauseous for Nurses. And to date, they have fed over 1,000 meals to nurses and hospital support staff.
We have really been at this 24 hours a day for now, I think 5 weeks, nonstop. And it's a lot. We took on a project we didn't realize how massive it would be, and totally worth it. My dog obviously agrees with me.
How did this idea initially come to you?
It was all my mom.
You know, I have a lot of friends who are nurses and doctors, etc. And after this whole thing started, we wanted to do something for them because we felt that they're very isolated and they're just really overworked and underappreciated. And you can't even recognize who's behind the mask, and they're exhausted physically. They've given up so much. You wanted to talk about truly sacrificing. They're sacrificing their lives because every time they walk in, they don't know if they're going to come out sick. And some of them are dying.
Most of them do have it, yeah.
Right, and we actually know a few who've gotten it. We know people who have passed, not personally, but we know about. So what could a Jewish mother do? Feed, feed and clothe. That's my job. So I said to Allison, who's now unemployed, along with millions of other people, what can we do to help? Because we have the time to do it. And really, Allison has 1 million friends in New York City and in Florida, and it started. So we started this GoFundMe. The most important part is the money. I funded it myself to begin with, but now people have been donating, and there's no donation too small. I can't emphasize that when I see $5 or $10 come across, I know they're listening to me, because it's about the volume of people. So family members go to the site because they've heard about it, and sometimes they see people that they know, and they also get inspired to send us a DM. Allison, you can talk about that when people write a letter into us and find us on GoFundMe.
Over and over again, they'll say, I'm a night nurse, my friend's a night nurse, and we can't find any restaurant to deliver. So we've partnered with Stickies, by Chloe, Dough, Juice Press, Insomnia Cookies, to make sure that these night nurses especially are getting fed at all hours of the day and night.
How has the process been so far? How much have you raised? What does that look like?
Yes, to date we've raised over $50,000, and we've delivered maybe 300 people.
And 480, I've been watching.
Okay, 480 people, $50,000 across the country. We've delivered to Wisconsin, Illinois, Texas, MD Anderson tomorrow, Florida, New York, New Jersey, Long Island, and about 19,000 frontliners, including firefighters, as of last week.
Luckily, you two do have a platform. Jill, obviously a lot of people know you from Real Housewives of New York. Have any of your former castmates reached out or donated or really helped?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Patty Stanger, who's a Bravo friend, $1,000. Luann, Countess Luann gave us, I think, $1,000.
Yeah. Heather McDonald.
Heather McDonald gave us $1,000, and it helps.
Yeah.
But we need everybody, and it makes you feel good about being able to do something and feed someone. Believe it or not, if you give me $1, that $1 is going to buy a cookie, and that's going to put a smile on someone's face. You would think I was giving them millions of dollars, or jewelry or something really, valuable or whatever.
And these meals are more than just food. They're also a time and a place for them to get together as a family and enjoy the meal and be together and talk and have a smile
Share
for a
stories.
few minutes.
It is such an amazing thing that they're doing. Jill shared with me that the company who makes her line Jill Zarin Rugs, which launched its outdoor collection, is going to match donations made today from all of you tuning into People Now. This is incredible. You can help by visiting GoFundMe.com/Noshes for Nurses. The web address is below. And donate whatever you can. Every little bit helps. In addition to their efforts to help frontline workers, Jill and Allie have been keeping very busy while self-isolating at home. They're playing tennis, gardening, baking, and cooking, but that's not the only thing going on in the kitchen. There was quite the fiasco with Jill's boyfriend, Gary Brody. Take a listen. This is about a month ago now, but I saw on Allie's Instagram, there was an overflowing dishwasher. So what exactly happened there?
Gary just has to do Gary. Gary can't wash it. Gary took Dawn dishwashing soap and put it in the washing machine. I mean, it really was.
I really, oh my God.
That would be you.
Me.
The caveman.
Oh, hey, Gary.
Hasn't shaved in a week. Say hello.
Hi, how
Come
are
on
you?
in.
Hi. How you doing?
Yeah.
I heard about the dishwasher catastrophe.
Yeah, everyone had a good laugh at my expense.
Yes, we did, Gary.
A lot of people said he's smarter than everyone else because he does that so he doesn't have to do the dishes. But I've done the dishes every night before you did.
Have you learned other house skills?
Fired
Has Gary learned other house skills while this
I
isolation
didn't
period's
know
gone
how
on?
to do anything. Now I know how to do.
He still doesn't know how to do anything.
No, I did like electrical work. I put a light bulb in a light in the light bulb. So
How long did it
electrical
take?
work. I did plumbing.
What?
Mopping and what? Oh, learning how the thing in the sink works. The machine that sucks everything down.
Pressing the button.
That's my plumbing. Yeah. What else?
There you go. Very useful.
Not very
Sanitation. I'm very good at taking out the garbage, but not remembering
Not on the right day. Not on the right day, but he's getting there.
You know what the prompt is? If everyone has their garbage cans out, chances are that's the right day. If you're the only garbage can out on the block, you're probably wrong.
So, messes and all, how is the family doing while self-isolating together?
More good days than bad. Allie and I have always had this kind of friction relationship, but it's gotten much better.
I think it's 50-50. 50% of the day is good, 50% is not good.
But it used to be like 20 good.
Yeah.
So we've made progress.
Yeah.
And she's gotten to be much better at tennis, so that's good.
Well, we've never spent this much time together since before I was in college.
She told me it's the first time she ever lived in a house because she grew up in an apartment. And we lived in a house for the weekend, but that wasn't the same thing.
Well, Jill, I have to ask you, now that Gary's gone, my whole team, they're curious. How are things going with him? Any wedding bells in the future? Is that something that you're thinking about?
Bells, yes. Wedding, no. Not in the near future. I can't even imagine the stress of trying to put together a wedding in quarantine. And just thinking about the problems of having a wedding. Is it on? Is it off? Nothing right now. I'm very happy the way things are. Status quo.
With me?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the rush? They seem very happy together. And again, if you want to help, donate what you can to Jill Zarin's effort to feed frontline workers at GoFundMe.com/Noshes for Nurses.
TV chef Carla Hall is hoping to help people find their inner chef during these uncertain times. Entertainment and lifestyle reporter Jennifer Lopez caught up with Carla, where she shared everything from her take on the current season of Top Chef to some new projects that she's been working on, and even the one kitchen tool she is loving right now. Watch.
Carla first won over audiences when she competed on Bravo's Top Chef and Top Chef All-Stars, and since then has gone on to be a true culinary superstar. But among all of her success, the one thing she is most proud of is just being a part of the chef community.
It's this amazing community, and I think it shows people how, as chefs, one, we're very trusted in the community, and also we have like these really big hearts.
And during these unique times, chefs and restaurants everywhere are just trying to hang in there.
So now, in this time, we're at home and we're trying to say to people, hey, get in the kitchen, because everybody cooks or everybody eats. They may not cook. So it, again, is our way of giving back.
Carla takes to social media to share some of her favorite things to try at home. And let's just say she is loving that air fryer.
Okay, well, first of all, Jillian, that wall that I talk about throwing things at the wall, my air fryer is that wall. So I'm always just like, what can I make in here?
Here are some fun recipes to try.
I've done cauliflower steaks where I've breaded them using potato flakes. So it's flour, egg, and potato flakes, and you may as well maybe sour cream and onion. You can use herb, you can use cheese, potato flakes. And so I tossed those in there. I also had some leftover florets that I just tossed in oil, salt and pepper, put those in there. And then I ended up making sort of like a po' boy on a bun with a celery slaw and hot sauce. It was the idea of buffalo wings, but with cauliflower, which was delicious. And I've made kale chips, my super fast hot chicken, my super fast fried chicken.
But with every success, there are some fails.
I said, oh, let me make cheese and crackers in the air fryer.
Why does it sound like popcorn in there? Oops.
For the most part, though, Carla knows what she's doing. She's hosting live cooking shows on Amazon, contributing to TV outlets, and just showing us all to have fun doing what we enjoy most.
I am cooking with Billy freaking Porter. What?
Carla was a staple on Top Chef, which is currently in its 17th season, and this is a big one. It's the All-Star season, so of course I had to ask Carla what it's like under that pressure.
It feels like camp. It feels like a really hard Top Chef camp. So honestly, for me, I was like, let me not get kicked off first.
But all of those stressful moments and the ones that guided Carla through her career so far are moments that she will always hold close to her heart.
I have an announcement to make. We're moving to New Jersey.
What?
Trey, come on.
That couldn't have gone worse.
Every time I take a step forward, I take 3 steps back. She's trying to take my kids, and I'm just not ready to let them go.
Is this the one who took care of your kids for 15 years while you were gone?
Yes.
Tiffany Haddish stars in TBS's The Last OG alongside Tracy Morgan. Season 3 is as hilarious as ever, and the cast looks like they have so much fun. So when I caught up with Tiffany, I asked her what she missed the most from being on set. This is what she had to say.
Laughing so much and like the little dancing that we would do in between shoots and stuff. Maybe it was more me dancing, not everyone else.
Yeah.
Either ways, I really missed that a lot. I missed the crew. The crew was so cool. And like, Tracy's a piece of work. Tracy is Tracy. It's like, you don't know what you're gonna get.
We've obviously tracked along with Tracy since he's gone through so much, and he's recovered and been back, and he's just doing his thing now, which is so great to see. It must be nice to see him in his element, given all that he's been through.
Yeah, man, well, watching Tracy gives me hope. My mom had a car accident just like he did, and it just goes to show when people put in the time and effort and get the proper care, you can heal. And I'm noticing that even more so now with my mother, like in how her transformation has come across over the years, especially since I got some money and I'm able to afford professionals.
Yeah, no, that does make a big difference, right?
And it's taking up all my money. But she needs to heal faster.
But it's great that you're doing it.
Oh my God! Don't kill nobody. I'll kill every single one of you white. Snitches get stitches.
Big new movie coming soon called Bad Trip. What can you tell us about that? What are you pumped for people to see?
Oh man, I first of all, I think the movie is so funny, and it's basically to me, and I could be describing this wrong, I don't know, but to me, it's the black version of Jackass.
Okay.
So we're like pranking all these people doing crazy stuff, and they don't even realize it's not real.
Okay.
And it was not an easy thing to do, because I guess I have a very familiar voice and face. But I pulled it off.
Tell me an example. Like, what's a prank that you loved about it that maybe did work?
Oh, the thing that when I had Andre hanging off the side of a building.
Whoa.
And dangling, and I'm holding him by like his shirt collar, and he's dangling off the side of a building, and people are like, don't drop him. I'm like, no, I'm gonna drop him.
So it's that kind of stuff. It's like crazy, risky.
Yeah, right.
Stuff's happening. Okay.
Yeah. I ripped the door off a police car.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Freaking lost it.
So you staged it like you're going nuts, and then you just boom and had it set up so you could so you could do it. Wow. All right. I'm pumped for that. That's gonna be that sounds like it's gonna be hilarious. Bad Trip was supposed to come out in April, but it's been pushed back. So keep an eye out for that later on down the line.
Now I just wanna stay here, fall into midnight.
Liam Payne and Swedish DJ Alesso partnered up for this new inspirational track, Midnight. But this isn't any ordinary single release. The music video was actually shot while they self-isolated in totally different cities. Liam filmed on a rooftop in London, while Alesso was in Los Angeles.
People reporter Brian Tracy caught up with the duo, who shared what it was really like shooting a music video thousands of miles apart.
The music video was actually just really simple. I mean, you know, it was obviously at first it was like the weirdest thought, like how are we going to film this and make it interesting for people at home. And then it just kind of came together really quickly, and it was quite nice having such a small crew, not a lot of people telling you how to sing, to perform, and we were both just doing what we love. You know, Alesso being in the studio making songs and me singing them and singing them outside, which was interesting. But it was it was fun, and I think it was interesting just to see a video done that way with such a small crew and still be so great. Like a lot of people didn't think we'd made it, and because of how good the quality of the video was, which I thought was like credit to us and our teams really. I happened to be quarantining with my camera guy, so we just kind of got it shot and done, and we literally started living together in a day. So it just so happened that way for me really, which was great and very, very fortunate.
There's a studio here that I work a lot in, and it was just me and the camera guy. We went in there and shot the little clip there. I was jamming out hard. I was feeling the record really hard there. I was like, and it just came to life. And Liam on his beautiful penthouse and in this dark studio. I'm still waiting for my invitation. You know, when this is over, if I don't get invited to check it out, I'm gonna contact one of the other One Direction guys and tell them.
Ooh. Yeah, better invite them over, Liam. These two really do get along. You can tell they have a great creative relationship, even though they collaborated so far from each other.
You know, I've gotten to work with a lot of great different people, and I love collaborating with people. When you get on as well, as you can see that we do, it just makes it so much easier and so much more fun. Like, especially when we've been in quarantine at this point. This is like, you know, first socializing that we've had to do, which is quite great, really. But it's been a fun time.
Best promo I've ever done, because we can know it, not only because like you know, it's exactly what Liam said, because we get along, but it's also we get to do it from our homes, which is, I think it's the future. I think this should be the future, because we save a lot of you know, gas and flights to meet up. So I think
sound like the musical president.
I think we're starting something new.
I am the future. You just need a T-shirt that says like "I am the future."
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Onto something. I'm always
Alesso 2020. I'll be the campaign manager.
Oh my God! Yeah, you just take off your shirt and that will be the campaign, like the Hugo Boss thing. Oh my God!
Would you guys, you know, collaborate more together or put out more music together in the future?
Yeah,
Payne, I think so. Payne Deep House. Yeah, no, I think so. I think for sure. I think, you know, we both enjoy the same sort of stuff, and you know, part of the reason I wanted to work with Alesso, you know, I like learning about dance music things. We just had an Instagram live a few moments ago, and we were talking about who's been the best in dance music over the last few years. Something I've always like been interested in, because I kind of studied how to produce music at college, and dance music was always the one thing I was really drawn to that I found quite simple. So it's these kind of things would match up pretty well.
Nice. And with the music video, I was going to ask you, Liam, since you were on your rooftop a lot, were there like neighbors peeking over, or did you get anyone watching you?
I mean, they probably think I'm like the local like crazy guy at this point, because I had to do the Jordan thing out there, and I was out with my arms open screaming, "Stay here and fall into midnight," in the middle, by the way, every time. So I just sound like a lunatic. But there was like an old lady over the way on the balcony, like feet up, with like a glass of wine in hand, with sunglasses on, watching like,
That's amazing. She was like, "What's this idiot doing today?"
Yeah, neighbor watching can be pretty entertaining, but now in the world of social media, I feel like everyone's doing weird things, so nothing's actually weird.
It's true. Fans of Liam's past project, One Direction, might want to listen up for this one. During self-isolation, he's also been in contact with his former bandmates. Take a listen.
I mean, the basis of our chat has been trying to get Alesso into the band somehow. No, I'm just kidding. We could do with a Swedish member, actually. It's true. I mean, it's been nice to open like the channels of nation again because we hadn't spoken for a while, and I think we all needed that after spending so much time together, just to figure out our own selves as people, because we all know what we are in the band and who we are around those people, but we'd spent time together there. I didn't know where the I fit in by the time it finished. It was kind of crazy. But it's been nice. Everyone's been so lovely, and it's just nice to see, you know, everyone turn out to be nice people.
And I know everyone's asking you, Liam, but the 10-year anniversary is coming up. Is there anything you can share about if you have any special projects planned or anything?
We're in the middle of debating about what to do. Obviously, we know it's a very big anniversary, and we definitely want to do something. So it's a tough one. I can't promise any reunion plans because it just doesn't feel right now. I mean, I always put it down to like in music language, and because everyone's releasing at the moment and making new stuff, it's like 2 years worth of promo and that like shelf life of an album or shelf life of a single or what. It's at least another 2 years before we do. But it still seems very hopeful in that department. I'm starting to think it's going to happen at some point, so it's exciting.
Yeah, it's so great they've reconnected, and hopefully we can see a reunion soon.
Alesso and Liam also shared with Brienne what they're looking forward to most when self-isolating is over.
Seeing my son and probably McDonald's than anything at the moment. I'm excited because McDonald's is closed in the UK and we haven't been able to have one in that. That's chicken nuggets right now sound fire as hell. Cheeseburgers sound good. McFlurries sound good. It's all sounding good.
I have a plan. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna go to a bar and I'm gonna get so hammered that the next day I'm not gonna want to leave my house.
That is some plan. I will say though, a lot of people are joking about that, about they're gonna go out and then come back in their homes and never leave again, but I'm not staying in my home for more than a couple hours moving forward. Except for when I sleep, I don't know. All right, make sure to check out Alesso and Liam Payne's new collaboration, Midnight.
All right, coming up tomorrow, the Goldbergs' Wendy McClendon-Covey gives us all the deets on the Reno 911 remake on Quibi. You can start watching it right now.
Plus, People's 2015 Sexiest Doctor Alive, Dr. Mike, is answering all of your COVID-19 questions. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and healthy. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.